This is nepotism. You are in Imo, jumping up and down like a bugger.
Politics, so I won't come give you a receipt for that 300 people who I paid last year.
The agenda is already clear. The agenda is very, very clear.
And when I come, we will not do 300 students again.
Continue to jump like frog.
He does not seem to understand the pain in my heart when Nnamdi Kanu is in Sokoto.
Whatever. I'm going to speak to Igbo people, and I'm going to tell you this. Nnamdi Kanu was a mistake that happened to you Igbo people. Was a mistake.
Our eyes don't open for Southeast. This time around.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plabi TV News Gist and Blog. Bola Ahmed Tinubu means business. What I mean, he means business. This 2027 election is do or die. Now, the most painful part of it is how the Igbo, who are supposed to be agitating or soliciting or rallying around to ensure that they come into office, are not the one rallying around for their own selfish interest to support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, the City Boy movement were created to support Bola Ahmed Tinubu to ensure that he's re-elected into office in 2027. But then, I want you guys to watch what the opposition, these village boys, are also doing. The Arise TV News talk about the village boys, but I want you guys to pay attention to see how Ruben Abati is trying to be biased to support the City Boys in this particular video. I want you guys to watch it. We'll be right back.
Well, let's take a look at some pre-election matters. As the pre-election campaign activities begin to gather momentum, Obedience have come together to form a group called the Village Boys Movement, which has surfaced online. This appears to be a counter-group for the public attention garnered by the pro-TINUBU City Boys movement. The movement, which has already established its own website, describes itself as a movement created to empower the grassroots, one village at a time. This comes as backlash has trailed the induction of such figures as OBI, better known as Obi Cubana, and Cubana chief priest into the City Boy movement, a move that made Obedience feel that some Igbo businessmen are taking sides with the political elites and are abandoning the common man. Well, village boys on social media have been posting to announce their presence, and this is what they have to say.
Our eyes don't open. I say, our eyes don't open for Southeast. This time around, the City Boys movement go jam the Homeboys movement. Oh, I knew the Homeboy. Now we be the Village Boys now. If we do meeting finish for City, I could if we do meeting finish for City, when I go still come back to village, come jam us here. Now we be the home base now.
He said the village is the home base. They're saying the City Boys will still have to come to the village to campaign. So the village boys have all the power. Ayo, what's your take on this village boy versus city boy?
City versus village boy. Okay, you know, last week.
Are you a city girl or a village girl? I think Rufai already said that he's a village boy.
Well, I was born. So let me clarify something. And I want to be objective and fair this morning. Last week I'd said that you may say anything about the APC, but in the way that they have mobilized in recent times, you have to say that there's evidence. Unfortunately, the other parties have been belabored with internal wrangling that they don't even have time to put together.
They blame the APC.
Yeah, they do. Whatever the reason is, PDP is trying to sort out which one is the real one, which is not real, which was convention or area or party, like we call it, or the Labour Party is in court, so they don't even have time to have a coordinated movement in this way. The Obedient movement, don't forget, do not belong to a particular political party. It's a movement engineered by the young people in Nigeria based on some of the things that they've seen and in support of one particular candidate in the last election. It has now evolved. And to be fair, they move with the candidate wherever he goes. So you can't even call that a particular party's, movement. It's an organic movement. The City Boy movement have also said that, they made a lot of noise. They've gotten very generous donations from some state governments, from the bosses being donated, high profile people were being announced as the ambassadors ambassadors, some of them questionable.
Were even saying there was Ministry of Youth logo on their posters.
I mean, we had to question. Now I emphasize some stage of which money was used to fund some of these buses that were given to the City Boy movement. But the City Boy, the name is not because it's for city people. Just to mention that it is that the fact that the moniker is often associated with the president, based on the fact that he's said to be the father of modern Lagos, the architect of the Grand Master Plan, and so on. So hence the City Boy, not just that it's for city boys. But the village boys have now come out to say that we are the ones in charge. Now the difference is that will they have access to the amount of resource that the City Boy movement has, based on the fact that the APC controls at least 30 states currently in terms of governors in the state. But what we must clearly emphasize is that let state resources not be used for any movement. Let every movement be based on people's personal convictions and personal pockets, including the Village Boy movement. And I must give kudos to the Village Boy movement, promoters, because it is people who are bringing it, and that's how some of grassroots people are bringing their 1 naira here, 50 naira here, 200 naira here. That's what we want to see in the political space in Nigeria. A rich conversation around and differences in parties that people can have, a variety of choices and make choices based on who best fits their ideology or what they deem as people who can lead them to the promised land in Nigeria. So let all the movements come up. But again, key point is the City Boy movement should not be funded with state resources as meant for everybody. The Village Boy movement, the same thing. But everybody has a right to choose, and let us have an elaborate and deep conversation when it comes to the elections in 2027, and may the best man win based on the people's choices.
The City Boy movement was established in 2022 ahead of the 2023 election to support basically President Bola Ahmed TINUBU, and it has since then evolved into an organization. It's elite finance, it's elite backed, it's elite resource, and it exists in 774 local governments. So what you find, therefore, is that it's the civil society equivalent of the governors of 31 states. It's 31 states that have dissolved into the APC. And then you have in the 774 local governments, the grassroots movement, championed by the president's son, that's Sheyi TINUBU. So it's a grassroots organization, and they are well organized. But the Village Boy movement emerged among those who are opposed to President Bola Ahmed TINUBU. Their area of operation is largely the internet. They don't have any financing that you can say is as structured as that of the city movement. They are driven mostly by enthusiasm. It is a volunteer movement, and then it is peopled mostly by the obedient philosophy, if you define it. So, but the INEC, having said, okay, now there is an election timetable, there is a schedule of activities, you must always expect that if you have this side, you will always have that side. And I think it's good for democracy that all opinions, all shades of opinions are allowed to play.
Rufai, please, very, 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 very quickly. We have an important story that we need to...
You see, there's a lot of delusion in Nigerian politics. And the number one delusion is that people think money is everything. And when people start to espouse this delusion, I look at them and I laugh. Too much delusion. Secondly, there's a lot of delusion when people think that what they ought to tackle, if they don't tackle it, elections will go as planned. They think they have to tackle, rather than talking about movement or no movement, is the question I asked Senator Ned Damaswe today. Will IRF be justiciable? See, if you can't answer that question, we are just deluding ourselves. It's the delusion that will now make it obvious when a glitch happens again in 2027 and they manipulate the system. And why I deliberately talked about money? Because you see, we all saw how money failed in the last election. Why we are calling for transparency? Because we know one too many times, money also fails.
Very valid
It
point.
is the pain of the Nigerian people that arouse people to vote. They shared money during the last election. Maybe they shared money. But money failed. The people spoke. So for people that think money is everything, they should continue the delusion. We'll see them.
We just want
that the
people
irony
to speak.
is that the city boys are the ones going to feed the village boys.
Well, we're going to...
That's the irony.
I think it's a debate that we're going to continue to have.
You saw the representative of the village boys.
We're going to continue to have that. So I think at the end of the day...
the city boys will feed them.
They will feed them. They will eat and go have the strength to go and vote for who they want to vote for.
The village boys will also argue that they are self-sustaining hustlers. They're self-sustaining hustlers who are also figuring out how to make things come together. So I think it's not, I don't think they're charity cases. I think there are people who are doing what they can.
Remember that everybody have rights to vote for whoever they want to vote for, to campaign for whoever they want to campaign for. We are not trying to say if you're Yoruba, you must campaign for Yoruba. If you're Igbo, you must campaign for Igbo. You shouldn't support, we are trying. But on what we are saying, the person that you are campaigning for, does it deserve it? Does they deserve second tenure? Are you doing this because you saw that these people are working for Nigeria? Or you are doing this because you just want to protect your own business, or you want to protect your own stomach? What are the reasons that you are doing this? It's not about you, organizing a concert to sing for people. It is more than this. When campaign period starts, then we know who is who. The only thing that pains me is this wedding man, Otto Eze. Otto Eze, when he was given a platform to talk to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in order for him to speak about their marginalization in Nigeria, he started praising Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he also have the platter of gold to run his business successful without being hijacked or without being scrutinized. And I want you guys to listen.
This President Buhari is a Muslim, but God instilled in him to go and look for George, the Christian. Out of 200 million Nigerians, located George. That showed that Tinubu had no boundary. No boundary. If you come to Abuja, you see Wike is Igbo man. You see Omahi is Igbo man, minister. Everywhere, no boundary. All the type of people we want to lead Nigeria. After 80 years, Nigeria will change. It started changing. Now I beg everybody to support him before we die. I have nothing to give, but my Lord, I have to thank you. Thank you, my brother. I'm going to give you 100 million naira, but I'll give you 20 now.
Your Grace.
When you listen to this video, you might find nothing wrong. I want you guys to listen to this monarch, Shigeze Agubuzu, what this monarch said right in the presence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to defend his own people, speak about his own people, and talk about Nnamdi Kanu. And in order for him to let Bola Ahmed Tinubu know that they are aware that this politics that you people are playing is not of benefit to the Southeast. I want you guys to listen to him. We'll be right back.
Committed to the health of our people. But having come now to Abuja and listened to Professor Mohammed Pate and his team, we are now more committed. So the traditional rulers of Nigeria will now go home and work harder than before. But I must tell you, Mr. President, that personally, I don't feel very happy because you were not here in the morning. There were several speeches. We listened carefully. I listened to the opening address by His Imperial Majesty, the Oni of Ife. And he was gingering all of us to work as a family, to work as a team, to see Nigeria as one. I felt maybe this is good. But when you look at it, this same Imperial Majesty is arranging to confer a very high honor on Sunday Igboho, who in my own part of Nigeria in the southeast, we see him as a counterpart of Nnamdi Kanu. And my brother, fellow royal father, the Imperial Majesty, does not seem to understand the pain in my heart when Nnamdi Kanu is in Sokoto. So, sir, the ball stops on your court. Bring this man out. If we don't want him in Nigeria, return him to Kenya or London, where they took him from. You see, some of us here are being asked to go and work, but the young people in the Southeast are so agitated. They can even beat us. They see us as sellouts. We come to Abuja, they may think we come to collect money. And then we keep quiet. So, sir, please do something about this. Do something about this. We cannot make progress in this country if we don't tell ourselves the home truth. There's no way. There's no way. Now, again, they were talking about Southern Traditional Rulers Committee on Health. And the eminent professor Patel was saying that this will become an annual event, what we are doing today, if I heard him correctly. The truth of the matter is that there is nothing like Southern Traditional Rulers Council. If you come here at party and you give money to people on that basis, it's not correct. The South is not the North. We have a system. We need unity in diversity. So that people, so if you want to deal with us in the Southeast. If you have resources for us, give it to us. Don't give it to people who come and say, we are Southern Traditional Rulers Council. Democracy is a representative government. And anybody who goes to present himself without his people is not democratic. So get it. We will do our best. Mr. President, we are going to support this health. Do all we can, but please listen to our cries. May God bless all of us.
This is how a father figure should speak. It's not all about your tummy. It's not all about your selfish interest. It's not about your family. It's about what everybody will benefit. When he started speaking, everybody were clapping. But before he round up, everybody becomes silent because he let them know we are aware of what you guys are doing. But other ones are running here and there, portraying, licking boots. You know, Bola Tinubu, please support us. City boys. I want you guys to watch this particular video of this northern man. What he said about Nnamdi Kanu and the Igbo people and how these Igbo people are marginalizing their own self.
See, let me tell you something. I know they fear anybody for here. But if I must say this thing, I'm going to say my mind. The fact is, and what is informing my mind is the fact that nobody lives here forever. I'm going to speak to Igbo people. And I'm going to tell you this. Nnamdi Kanu was a mistake that happened to you Igbo people. Was a mistake. Why do I say it's a mistake? It's a mistake in the sense that, despite the fact that all these things that this guy have stated some years ago, that is happening now, a bunch of you motherfuckers, let me put it, a bunch of you motherfuckers cannot even rally round to defend and protect and ensure the fact that he's been liberated. I'm telling you, it's a mistake. That is to say, the Igbo people are not worth sacrificing for. They are not worth dying for in any way. Because at the end of the day, they are bunch of talkatives that doesn't translate into reality. And if I must say the truth, I'm going to say my mind today. I don't know whether I'm going to live, how long I'm going to live or whatever. I'm going to say that I even appreciate the likes of them Gentle, the Yahoo, than a bunch of you idiots, a bunch of you fools that create flimsy excuses in regards why you cannot stand and defend the need that this man is not supposed to be behind bars. I'm telling you, take it or leave it. I'm calling for an anarchy or whatever. But the fact is, the reality is staring you people in the eyes. And you motherfuckers are seeing it. And the best you can do is online propaganda. To come and show why we are like this, why we are like this. You are expecting a magic, whether from the US or from any other country or whatever. But the fact is, the power lies within you people. You bunch of motherfuckers that are not ready to live up to. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it takes for this man to actually go even a year without seeing his wife and his children, without fucking his wife, to get that gratification? And you bunch of motherfuckers, even ordinary Soludo, young Buro Oba has to coerce you into the need why you need to open the market for economy to prosper, despite the fact that you have your own brother that is detained while other people are still working freely. Bandits, criminals are still working freely in Nigeria. And all you have to say is, when we come out, they're going to kill us. Nigerian government, not like us, whatever. Let's pay money to lobby the US. It's a shame on you motherfuckers. And the last time anybody ever come up to tell me about Biafra, tell me what you're going to do about Biafra, or the fact that Nigeria needs to reset itself to accommodate everybody. But as long as this is concerned, you people are nothing but bunch of disgrace, with just an exception of few that are ready to lend their voice in regards to, is this a country? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you people that this is not a country, and we are seeing, and even the globe is seeing that this is not a country. This rubbish is happening. This man sacrificed his life, the life of his family, for you people. And all you bunch of motherfuckers can come and do is just to capitalize on the fact that when we come, they go kill us. Share they don't kill them now. They don't carry and go casino, sentence them to life. And you bunch of motherfuckers are busy there in their homes, fucking their own wives, fucking your own wives, having your own children to see them every day, while this man cannot see his wife and his children. Do I agree with whatever he has done? I don't agree with the fact that his pronouncement or whatever has resulted to some casualties. But what has resulted to the casualties? The malhandling of the federal government of Nigeria of the situation that has translated into this. Because if the government were to handle this reasonably, it wouldn't have resulted to this. And this is a man that has a strong conviction, no matter what it takes. But you bunch of motherfuckers, keep doing your business. The last time I see any idiot between God and man coming to tell me why we need to do this on social media, thunder fire you. You bunch of motherfuckers have the resources and all it takes to liberate this man. And the fact is it going to be an easy route? It's not going to be an easy route. Just like the route he took, it wasn't an easy route. But you idiots are waiting for an easy route to take to actualize that. Shame on you motherfuckers.
Even if we are being marginalized, even if we remain slaves in Nigeria, even if you control us, but just allow us to sell our shoes, our drinks, our bags, our fake drugs, everything. Just allow us to do our own thing, but we will remain your slave. You might get angry for all I care, but the fact still remains that the Igbo are more enemy of themselves than the Northerners. They thought that they are enemy. The unity is not there. You saw the moment they sentenced Nnamdi Kanu to prison, all these people, they just rose up. They're not doing everything within their strength, doing all they can. They don't care anymore. And the fact is that Nnamdi Kanu will not be released. Nnamdi Kanu will be released in year 2028. Go and mark it. After Bola Ahmed Tinubu have ranked himself in its second tenure, he needs no Igbo vote anymore. He needs nothing anymore. He will release Nnamdi Kanu. That's what he's going to do. You know why? Because he knows if he releases Nnamdi Kanu now, he's not going to have it in the Southeast when Nnamdi Kanu say don't vote for him and nobody will vote. And that's why they kept him in Sokoto. Anyway, I will rest my case here while I wait for you guys to comment your thoughts in the comment section. What are your take about this video you just watched? What do you think about the stomach infrastructure Southeast people leak booting the Northerners' shoes in order for them to do their business individually? You know, what are your thoughts about Cubana chief priest? Hey, I might also be thinking that the EFCC must have threatened him. Maybe they don't reason and say, this guy, you are into this. Oh, you are into that. Maybe they must, Bola Ahmed Tinubu knows how to do that. Over 30 state governors have decamped to APC. The reason is that they are so corrupt. If they don't decamp, definitely Bola Ahmed Tinubu will use the EFCC against them. Thank God for our Lesotho team who stood this guy, because the guy or the man is working, and you cannot come to him and say, decamp. If you don't decamp, we'll make sure EFCC come after you. The man said, go and verify. It's like, Peter Obi, go and verify. But you see all these people that they have cockroach in their cupboard. They speak with one mouth and do another thing with another mouth. Anyway, I rest my case here. I love you guys. God love you more. What are your thoughts about this video you just watched? Let me know in the comment section. Until we meet again. Bye.
This city boy movement is all about empowerment. Well, I know me now. I don't think go we are come to know. I cannot lose guard you people. Let I come put you on that song for nothing. God forbid. Anything when they will make us get 20 will be fine. We will turn our back and I stand so firmly with my good friend Sheyi. Have made me understand that Southeast must be taken care of. The politics, so I won't come give you a receipt for that 300 people who I paid last year. And when I come, we will not do 300 students again. We don't pass that level. We're going to do 1,000 students. You do not small. It's good job. Okay. Now you will tell me when you want me to go.
You get Nigeria. Now we put you there. So we suppose they ginger you. To whom much is given, much is expected. Now, Cubana chief priest, at this point, do you know what I think you did? I think you used all of this to get a lot of clout so that your people will think that you are fighting for them. The agenda is already clear. The agenda is very, very clear. Nnamdi Kanu is still in prison, but now you don't go. That 10,000 votes where you say they no go get if Nnamdi Kanu no dey outside. You don't go help them now with the city boy movement. You won't go gather around from your people. You won't use your small little influence. They get them. You won't use your small little influence to get them. I can't respect you anymore, to be very honest. I can't respect you anymore. The only way I will respect you now, Cubana chief priest, is if you can tell me that by the end of February, this thing where you do, Nnamdi Kanu go come out. If Nnamdi Kanu no come out by the end of February, bro, you are a snake and a terrible person. No, that's the only thing when I can tell you. If you no come out, you are just a typical user that was using your people to get clouds. You were just using the emotions of the people, because that time when they sentenced Nnamdi Kanu, a lot of people they cry. A lot of Igbos, they cry. That time you use the opportunity. You throw Obi Kubana, throw Delboro, throw everybody under the bus. You claim the hero. Now, you don't pack yourself. All of now don't go and the Nnamdi Kanu be for there. Bro, you are a hypocrite. There's nothing anybody wants to tell me.